Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 3 of the chapter mensuration. In this part 3, we will revise the concept of area of a general quadrilateral and area of special quadrilaterals. This video you are going to watch on 12th February 2021. Coming to the today's session, I gave you yesterday homework. First, let us solve that. Here, the homework is a question on finding area of a trapezium. You know, area of a trapezium is found using the formula half of the distance between two parallel sides, which we call height, into the sum of parallel sides. You know, here A is 7 centimeter and B is 9 centimeter because both are parallel sides, and H is 3 centimeter, which is the perpendicular distance between those two parallel sides. So, we find with the formula half into 3 into sum of 7 and 9. So, half into 3 into 7 plus 9 is 16. So, half into 3 into 16. So, 2 cancels this 16 for 8 times. 8 3s are 24 centimeter square is the area of the first figure. When it comes to the second figure, you know, A is 5 centimeter, B is 10 centimeter, H is 6 centimeter. Therefore, area is half into 6 into 10 plus 5 is 15. So, 2 3s are 6. So, 3 15s 45 centimeter square is the area of second figure. Next, we shall get into now the main concept, that is area of a general quadrilateral. What is this quadrilateral? You know that a quadrilateral is a simple four-sided plane figure. Here I have taken a quadrilateral. See children, it is not necessary that it looks like this. I can have even like this also. Here A, B, C, D. Suppose if I construct a quadrilateral having one diagonal, let us say diagonal BD is known to us, and if I draw perpendicular to the opposite vertices of that diagonal, they are going to decide area. See children, this diagonal BD divides quadrilateral into two triangles. Triangle ABD is one, triangle CBD is another. To find the area for triangle ABD, I need a perpendicular to the base BD. So, that is what I have constructed here. Later, to find area of triangle CBD, I need further the corresponding perpendicular dropped from C to the base BD. So, that is how it is shown. H1 is the height of the perpendicular dropped from A to the base BD. Later, I can say here it is AM is the perpendicular to BD, CN is perpendicular to the BD in triangle ABD and CBD respectively. Now, height H1 is the length of AM and height H2 is the length of CN. Okay. So, that is how it is done. Here, if you watch, same thing is done. Whereas this figure, AC is the diagonal, BM is the height H1, DN is the height H2. Children, if I know the length of AC, can I find the area of this both the triangles and sum it up to find the area of a quadrilateral? That is the formula. Okay. So, we are going to learn that. Okay. Let me first wipe out the extra constructed by me. Here I took it away. Now, to find the area of any quadrilateral, we can divide it into two triangles. Then the area of it can be easily calculated by calculating the area of both those triangles separately. Here in this quadrilateral ABCD, area of it will be the sum of area of triangle ABC and triangle ACD. To find the triangle ABD area, half into AC into H1, and to find the area of triangle ACD, half into AC into H2. Here half AC is common. If I take it away, it gives the formula, that is for any general quadrilateral, a formula to find the area. It is half of the sum of H1 and H2 into the length of diagonal. What is D? Where H1 and H2 are corresponding heights drawn to both the triangles, and D is the length of that common diagonal, that is AC here. Okay. So, having this formula, we can go for finding area of any general quadrilateral. Let us solve one example. Coming to an example, find the area of a quadrilateral ABCD, where figure is this one, A, B, C, D, where you are given corresponding heights as here H1 as 2, H2 as 1, and common diagonal as 5 centimeter. So, solution will be area to find the area of this quadrilateral ABCD. BD is the common diagonal, which is 5 centimeter. Heights of the two triangles are H1 2 centimeter, H2 1 centimeter. Now, you know the formula, finding area of quadrilateral ABCD is half of the sum of H1 and H2 multiplied to the diagonal, that common diagonal. So, half of H into 2 plus 1. So, 5 3s are 15 by 2 is 7.5 centimeter. So, children, you need to in this chapter very much remember these formulae. Okay, plural of formula is formulae. Now, moving on to the next topic, area of a special quadrilaterals. Now, let us discuss about rhombus. What is rhombus? Children, rhombus is a quadrilateral with all the sides are equal and parallel, but no angle, that interior angle is right angle. The moment it becomes right angle, that special quadrilateral rhombus becomes a square. Okay. Remember, if you want, I will say once again the flow chart of quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral, a specialty moment it gets, that is at least one pair of opposite sides are parallel, gives a trapezium, and both the opposite sides are parallel, gives a parallelogram, If adjacent sides are equal, then it gives a rhombus. If any one angle in a parallelogram is right angle, gives the special triangle, special quadrilateral called rectangle, and having both the properties, that is adjacent sides are equal and each angle is right angle, that both the properties of rhombus and rectangle put together gives you a square. Okay. This is the flow chart. Okay. And another quadrilateral is there, we have called kite, where only adjacent sides are equal and diagonals are perpendicular and not equal. Okay. And that is kite. What you have learnt in quadrilaterals, understanding quadrilaterals chapter is this. So, quadrilaterals subdivided into various types, special types. Okay. In a quadrilateral, if at least, the very important the word, at least one pair of opposite sides are parallel gives trapezium. Both pair of opposite sides, here important the word both pair of opposite sides are parallel gives a parallelogram. Okay, which means every parallelogram is a trapezium, isn't it? Why? Because in it that property of at least one pair is getting satisfied. So, every parallelogram is a trapezium, but vice versa is not necessarily true. Trapezium can be a parallelogram, may not be a parallelogram. Okay. So, after that, in a parallelogram, if adjacent sides are equal, give specialness that all sides equal, that becomes a rhombus. Okay. Where in rhombus diagonals are not equal, as diagonals are not equal in parallelogram. Okay. Then if each angle or any one angle is right angle, automatically makes all the angles right angles, gives a special parallelogram called rectangle. Okay. So, in a rectangle opposite sides are equal, as the opposite sides are equal in parallelogram, but adjacent sides are not equal. Diagonals are equal against the diagonals not equal in parallelogram. Okay. When it comes to the rectangle, remember children, every rhombus is a parallelogram, vice versa is need not be true. Every rectangle is a parallelogram, and again vice versa need not be true. And having adjacent sides equal, that property of rhombus, having each angle is right angle, that property of rectangle, put together gives a square, where in squares all sides are equal, diagonals are equal, diagonals bisect right angle, that means diagonals are perpendicular to each other in square as well as in rhombus, but diagonals not perpendicular to each other in a rectangle. So, all this gist, if you remember, it is easy for you to answer any sort of fill in the blanks type, true or false type, MCQ type questions asked on these. Okay. I just revised for your betterment when it comes to the special quadrilaterals concept. Now, we will go for finding area of them. Okay. Let me wipe out what I have written. If you wish, you can note down this flow chart. Okay. Yeah. Now, children, you know that rhombus is a quadrilateral with all the sides equal and opposite sides being parallel to each other. right? And here angle is not a right angle, that interior angle of a quadrilateral, that rhombus is not right angle, where when it comes to the diagonals, its two diagonals are perpendicular to each other and as well as they bisect each other. Okay. How will it look like? It looks like this is how it looks like. Okay. Here all sides equal, diagonals perpendicular to each other and as well as they bisect each other. That means OD is equals to OB and AO is equals to OC. This is what you have to remember. Though it is not looking, you have to understand it is supposed to be like this. This is how we construct. Okay. If I am constructing, I will construct like this, joining like this. Okay. All sides equal and diagonals bisect each other. As I said, O, that the point of intersection of diagonals will be certainly midpoint of both the diagonals AC and BD, and even the angle at O is right angle, that angle AOD is a right angle. That means we have got totally 4 right angle triangles formed here, right. So, this is how it looks like. Fine children. Now, let me wipe out this first. Here, when it comes to the very important, the properties of rhombus will decide the easy way of finding area of it. What is the area? Let me know. In this also we can split the rhombus into 2 triangles, right. What are the 2 triangles? Formula of area of rhombus, how will it be? See children, here how I am going to find. You know, we have got a right angled triangle here, here and here and here. One way I will say that half of OD is half of D1 and OC is half of D2, because O is the midpoint, right. Now, how many right triangles I have? 4. All 4 are congruent. So, 4 into half into D1, half into D2, and these are the one way in a right angle triangle. I have like D O C, this is half D2 and this is half D1, but again I need one more half. Why I need one more half? That one more half is the formula half into base into height. So, I got one more half taken. Now, into 4 times. Why I took 4 times? Because there are 4 right triangles of congruency. So, congruent triangles have equal area. So, I multiplied after finding area of triangle, right triangle OCDs 4 times. Now, you watch here, this 2 and this 2 will make it 4 completely cancelled. Now, I am left with only 1 half. Out of 3 halves I have left with only 1 half into D1 into D2 gives the area of complete rhombus, right. So, that is the formula to find the area of rhombus. Is it clear? So, area of rhombus is 4 times the product of the half and base and height. What is the base of this triangle ODC? Base is half d1. What is the height of it? Half d2. So, half into half d1 into half d2, that product is multiplied by 4 times. So, you know now area of rhombus. Let me wipe it out. Here area of rhombus is half d1 into half d2. So, area of rhombus is the half of the product of its two diagonals. Product of two diagonals will be halved to get the area of rhombus. So, let us go for solving one example. So, find the area of rhombus whose diagonals are 10 centimeter and 8.4 centimeter. Here solution is, here diagonal is 10 centimeter, diagonal 2 is 8.2 centimeter. So, area of rhombus is half d1 into d2, where d1 and d2 are length of the diagonals. So, here half into 10 into 8.2, it gives 41 centimeter square is the area of this rhombus. Now, here I am giving you homework, children. I will wind up this session by giving homework. Here is the try this. So, note it down as a homework. I gave you find the area of these quadrilaterals, quadrilateral 1, 2, 3. So, watch carefully, draw the figures, think of, here is the right angle anyway, right angle it is, okay, 4, 4, 4, and here is the right angle, here is the right angle, 4, 5, 5, 4 and 2, and length of this diagonal is 8 centimeter. Okay. With this I will wind up this session. Till then, take care of yourself. Jai Hind. Thank you.